Good evening, it's Melissa with Meraki Healing Arts. I'm going to try to do a little card read using the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Got a bunch of decks out, so we'll just see what comes out. This is a general collective read. Oh, we got one already. Whew. Oh, we actually had a bunch fall out. Do we want to take all those, Spirit? That was a lot. That came out quick. Okay, let's see what we got. We have Lost in Space, Needing Direction. When I'm looking at this card, you know, she's looking at the world. She's literally got the whole world in her hands, but the moon is kind of over her crown, so she could have anything that she wants, but things are not clear right now. She's looking at it. Feels very Wheel of Fortune. I know things are about to change, but I don't know everything that's coming. So, needing direction. I've kind of been feeling that way too. Got some decisions to make, and so really trying to connect in to myself. And I'm going to do a deep meditation tonight and try to connect in with my ancestors. I've been feeling disconnected, so I need to get out in nature, and I need to do some meditation and grounding. Man, I might go sit my butt right on the yard, right out with my trees, and do that. So if you're feeling lost in space, you know what I'm getting is that you are at an in-between, kind of in between the old life and the new life, and you don't see everything that's coming. You know there's changes on the horizon, but because they're not fully here yet, you feel like you're kind of in this little foggy area. The next card that flew out was Magician's Sword. Confidence is your magic. Ace of Swords, speaking your truth. The magician manifests what they want into their world. So when you, you speak about what you want and what you don't want, and be fully confident with that, you're able to manifest more clearly to what you're in alignment with. So if you're trying to manifest something into your world, really sit with yourself and ask yourself what that is that you want, whether that's career, whether that's a partnership. You know, it could be any kind of change. There's so many people out in the collective. You could be looking at a house, looking at a car, looking at a partner, looking at a job, maybe all those things. Be clear about what you want, your worth. I always tell people, when you are trying to manifest into your life, don't speak about what you don't want. You already know that in the back of your mind of what you don't want, that you don't want to go back to, a cycle that you don't want to repeat. I feel like when you speak to the universe and keep continually saying, "Man, I don't want another person who does this. I don't want another person who does that." Well, obviously you don't. But I feel like when you keep repeating that and you're sitting in that negative vibe, you haven't fully released hurt or whatever from the past. So you keep repeatedly saying, "Well, I don't want this, I don't want that." Okay. The universe is just going to keep giving you what it hears you speak. So start speaking what you do want. I am so ready for an amazing job. I am so grateful for all the people in my life who show me love and support. I am so thankful for all of the abundance in my world. I am so blessed to have people who care about me and want what's best for me. When we speak that, people will tell you all the time, when you're in school and you're learning to write, it's spelling. Our words are spells. So that magician's sword, that ace of swords. Be confident in your magic. Know what you want. Know what you're manifesting. Speak it into reality. Believe it into reality. The next card out is many masks. So I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is someone around you. Someone who wears many masks. But if you look really closely at the card, the masks are off. And it says the authentic self. So don't be afraid to take off any masks that you have been wearing. Whether that is, ego can be, when we think about ego and we're sitting in ego and we're wearing a false mask, it could be that you're acting brave, you're acting unbothered or unhurt when really you are. You could be acting more confident than what you really are. You could be acting like you're very aloof and you don't care about that person or that situation, and you could be full on so into that person and they would never know. And likewise, you just don't know. Maybe there's a truth that you're ready to unveil, or someone around you is, because I see the masks are all falling off. They're kind of fading like fog into the distance, and the authentic self is coming out from the many masks. And maybe we all go through life, and to some degree we have many masks. There's the person you are at work. I have my work voice. Hello, this is Missy. No, that's a little too sexy. Hi, this is Missy. Can I help you? Very cheerful, positive work. And then the sultry, why, hello, who are you? Everyone has a mask, or it's just parts of us. It's all the many pieces and parts of us. So, but be your true self, and the world will honor and respect that more. Authenticity is actually the highest vibration. The next card out was Horned Cactus, Resourcefulness. That is a really weird card. Sorry, I was just about to say weird A card. That is a very weird A card. The Horned Cactus. I'm Taurus, so all I'm hearing is like, don't mess with the bull, you won't get the horns. Resourcefulness. Using determination, those prickers, those stickers on the cactus, protect it, keep it safe. So maybe you're keeping your energy safe, keeping some boundaries up, keeping people out who don't need to know what your business is and what's going on in your world. You're very resourceful at keeping the things you've worked hard to grow safe. A cactus is amazing. We just think of it as this hard, prickly outside, but inside, you can fry cactus, you can eat cactus. It's full of water and, could keep you alive through some very hard times. So if that's what you've been doing, people don't know what you've been going through to protect your energy, your resources, all of that. Pretty damn wise. So if you're sitting in that energy, that's powerful. Okay, let's see what else we have. If we have anything else from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Got a bunch of different decks out. I was really led to some of the different Native American and Medicine Woman, Power of the Earth cards that I have. I haven't been dealing with those for a while. I have not been online much, and I've been looking like hell when I have. I was down pretty hard with, I think I figured out it was not just a combination of working a ton and going to school, finishing some college classes that I've been working on for a while, and I'm working on stuff at my house, and I'm getting my business going. But I visited with one of my sons last weekend. He came up, and I didn't know he had been sick. Little sucker didn't even tell me he had been sick. And so I was already run down and my immune system kind of in the crapper because I hadn't been taking care of myself. But, he didn't even warn me, didn't even tell me that he had been sick. And because I was already kind of in a vulnerable position, it hit me pretty hard. It has kicked my butt this week. My throat is still kind of funky. But for the most part, I feel a lot better. No fever, just been sleeping a ton. I slept in today, but I woke up feeling like, oh yeah, I've rounded the bend. I'm good. So that's a good feeling. All right, I don't know that we have anything else from the shaman's dream. I am feeling led to, where am I going? I got all kinds of decks on the table. Got some decks on the table. I'm torn between two decks. It's like being torn between two lovers. Oh, it's a horrible thing. I keep being drawn to the Earth Power Oracle, so we're gonna go with that, and then the Earthbound, Earth Power, and Earth Oracle. So we got a couple of good ones. This one, I like this one, but the print is really small, so you're gonna probably see me break out my magnifying glass. For those of you who don't know, I have a vision issue. Deal with it. I deal with it. All right, let's see what we have. All right, give us what else we need to know for the general collective. What's the energy around? What's the energy around? I like my new backdrop. I'm trying to switch things up. I put a little divider between my tarot table and my Reiki room, so clients can have some privacy back there. And I got a pretty little backdrop when I do my reads, so you're not staring at my kitchen sink and my Lord of the Rings goblets, because they're very valuable. They're my precious. Wouldn't want somebody to, ooh, she has the whole set of 4 BK Burger King Lord of the Ring goblets. Hey, those are fancy. That's the fancy china, don't you know? Why am I speaking Canadian? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, they were in all of my older videos, and I'm like, yeah, no one needs to see my kitchen sink. If I got a little hot mess going on over there, no one needs to see all that. Y'all don't want to clean your own houses. You sure don't want to be stressing over looking at mine. So, anyway, I think this is a little prettier, and I can swap it out. All right, what else do we have, Spirit? Hope everyone's doing good. And didn't party too much this weekend. I was good. No alcohol for me. I haven't been drinking quite a while, so just chilled and did my thing. So no judgment, just just keeping my mind clear. Feels better to have a clear mind. I'm not getting nothing else off of this one either. Oh, there we go. Just when I said that. There we go. Oh, okay. So, let's see. The first card out is my favorite place. I know there are places upon this earth that resonate deeply within me. I open myself to the healing power of these places. They are unique, just as I am unique. Well, one of my favorite places is right where I'm at, in my beautiful new home, and out in my yard staring at my trees. So I was saying I needed to go out there and do it. One of the parks nearby with the lake. Absolutely love it. And California. Need to go visit California again, where my son and grandsons are. But anyhow, so maybe you are needing to go ground. Look at this beautiful card. Go to your favorite place and ground. It might be the mountains. It might be out in the grasslands. It might be near a tree or a park. Trees and water for me are just, yes, 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 please. I need them around me to feel grounded. So it's just a reminder to go to your favorite place, ground, be in nature, be grateful for having that space around you. If you are not able to get out in nature, I hope that you can go there in your mind, in your mind's eye, and travel there, either through your own meditation or a guided meditation. There's a beautiful, beautiful practice. That was really cool. It just made me think of that when I was going through my death doula online class and certification. There was a beautiful part in one of the courses that talked about one of the care providers, one of the death doulas. She was with a gentleman who could no longer do one of the things that he loved, and it was scuba diving. And he was terminal, so obviously he couldn't put on a tank. He couldn't do that. That was very physical. One of the healing practices that she did with him was he would put on his scuba gear and she would put on ocean sounds and she would talk him through a guided meditation. And I just think that's so lovely. So yeah, if you're not able to actually get out in nature, do that. Maybe do a guided meditation, look at some imagery, pull up images on YouTube or your TV or whatever, and listen to a guided meditation while you look at nature. And that will help. It's not the same thing as being out in nature, but it will help. So go to your favorite place, whether physically or in your mind's eye, and ground and just kind of decompress. I'm hearing decompress from the stresses of your life. And the next card out, this is really little. Troy. To exchange my gifts with the world is a positive act. Teamwork is necessary. Whilst I can learn from the stories of others, I can create my own mythos. Beauty is eternal and revenge has consequences. Wow. Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like looking at Troy. Why was I thinking of like the when I was looking at this, I know it's not the same thing, but the Trojan horse, like where it's where they wheeled the horse in and the soldiers were inside and they were there to attack the city and whatever. It's kind of a weird card. To exchange my gifts with the world is a positive act. Teamwork is necessary. While I can learn from the stories of others, I can create my own mythos. Beauty is eternal, and revenge has consequences. Well, I know that. I don't believe in trying to go after someone and get revenge for something that they've done. I will just let you go and not allow you into my space, my energy, my thoughts, or give too much time to that, because if you hurt me and if you wrong me, I'm going to protect myself at all costs and not allow you to continue to do it. So I don't seek revenge. I just move on. So I don't know why that card is telling us that, but if you're using your gifts with the world, it is a positive act. Work with others. There's no need to be spiteful or petty. That's interesting. You'll get that a lot with tarot readers or with card readers. Someone who's like a jealousy thing going on or whatever. And there's no reason for that. If you don't care for the way someone reads or their style or their personality or whatever, then just don't watch them. You don't. Who cares? There is enough room for everyone, and I wish everyone success, whether You do it different, you read different, you think different. That's okay. You're out there doing your thing because you're reaching the people who you're supposed to reach. And if you're doing something wrong, well, that ain't my business. That's up to the Most High to deal with that. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, do we have anything else from the Earthbound Oracle? I just go off on tangents. I know I have these long, long stories and reads and what I think about things, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so we're going to do the Earthbound Oracle. What else do we have to close out the read? I don't feel like there's a big old direction to this read. I don't know what to call it. General collective. Give us a focus. Give us a focus. Give us a focus. Give us a focus, Spirit, guides, ancestors. Give us a focus and some closing messages for direction. That's where we started, was talking about direction. Can't see the direction. Where are we going? Where are we going? Got the whole world in your hands. I don't want to sing that song. Give us focus and direction, please. Focus and direction. Focus and direction. Oh. There we go. Oh, illuminate. Oh, I had this one out a while ago. Do we have anything else? Not that I don't like it. I will read it. That's unusual too. These are some funky cards. Sorry, I made dinner and apparently I had a little piece of rice still stuck in my toother. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Don't like that. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, so I'm not getting anything else, I don't think, on this deck. This may be it. I don't know if this is where we're leaving it, but funky cards. So the first card out in that little pull was Illuminate. This is really a trippy card. So it's got all these candles up above the eye, and I always look at this as, you know, you're going to have clear vision. The way is going to be illuminated for you. So we were talking earlier about that she had the whole world in her hands. She was lost in space, needing direction. Use confidence. Speak what you want to manifest. Be your authentic self. Protect yourself and your resources. Go to your favorite place and ground and exchange your gifts with the world in a positive way. Work with others as a team. You have your own story. You can learn from others, but you can create your own mythos or stories. Beauty is eternal, and there's no place for revenge. So this one, Illuminate, I felt like this went along with the going out and grounding, because of the next few cards that come out. The way will be shown to you. A vision, a message, some clarity will be shown to you. We have to connect and ground, to be able to receive the messages, the downloads, and the visions, whether that's in your third eye, a knowing, hearing. Some of us hear, some of us smell, some of us see, some of us dream, some of us do all of the above, just at different times. But you got to ground more, and the clarity will come. And the next card out was Terra. So big old mountain, with emotion, but I looked at this as, when you're going out and you're grounding, you're pouring some self-love into you. Nurturing yourself, by connecting with the earth. The next card was, this was really trippy too. So it was Self, and it was really dark. So I looked at this as looking at some of your inner darkness, some things that are hidden in your heart, maybe old anger, jealousy, fear, negative emotions that you're holding on to about a person, place, or thing. And you need to look at that darkness in your heart and look at yourself. And I don't know that it's a full-on dark night of the soul, but you need to be aware maybe of look at yourself and see if you hold any part in blame, is what I'm hearing. If there's a conflict with a person, place, or thing, whether this is work, family, or whatever. But the next card was Two Snakes, Deceit. I didn't really like that. They are all tangled up together. So you might have a couple of people working against you. I hate to end the story on a negative note. Be aware of who's around you. Be cautious of who's around you and who knows your business. We were told with the horned cactus, be resourceful in protecting your things you've worked hard for, yourself, your resources, your energy, because you don't want to allow back in anyone else who operates out of deceitful energy. Really feel like that's family and friends. And message, you got a little sealed message coming to you. So I don't know that this is really written. It may be. You may be receiving a letter, and it's sealed and it's stamped, and like it's very official. Old-timey though. I mean, like this is the official seal of the like this is funny. I'm hearing, like in the olden, really, really old times when people would court and, I don't know, send this to my lady, So you may be receiving an official message from someone. I don't know if that's tied up with that deceit. Use your discernment. Oh, wow. And the next card that was sitting right on top of that pole, of course, that pulls my eye over there. This looks very Poe. Wisdom. You already have the wisdom within you, and you already know. So use your wisdom and discernment. That little crow, that messenger, has a little nest, a little piece of a nest. So they're bringing you a message that they want to build together. Use your discernment. Use your discernment. Don't jump. Don't jump. Slow, steady, careful actions and choices is what I'm hearing. So that was kind of a funky read. Okay, I don't know what to title it. So we'll see. All right, I'll check in later. Have a good night.